Hey guys, me again. I just remembered that I didn't say something I wanted to say. I have a lot to say. You'll realize that soon enough. And that's the problem, is now that I have this camera, I can say a lot more. But we were talking about, or you've seen me talk about, ooh, what's that? Nickelback. If you haven't seen Nickelback in concert, ladies, if you don't have this on your iPod, trust me, it'll get you through. And the thing is, I know I'm going way off that road. The thing about the lead singer is, he's not your average attractive guy. Something about that voice, though. Yeah, I digress. Anyway, I'm always telling you guys how important it is to have a positive mental attitude. Cynthia, Jessica, Sherry, all you peeps, Krista, Tressa, everybody, you all know how important it is. And, you know, it's a choice. You don't get up every day automatically looking like I do right now. In so many ways. You saw how I looked when I got up before I had coffee. But it's, you know, so many people go, I'm not happy, or I'm depressed, or whatever. The thing is that you don't wake up and just automatically just, you know, it doesn't just happen. You have to decide to be happy. You have to decide to believe in yourself. You have to decide that you are going to keep going no matter what. And the thing is, you're always going to have doubters. You're always going to have haters. You're always going to have people that are jealous of what you're doing. But that's why it's even more important, because the crap that happens in life, it's never going to stop. There's always going to be something. I mean, I know that I have been guilty of saying, you know, oh, I'm just going to deal with this. I've been sick with some level of skin infection for, almost a year and a half. Most significantly, really, really down and really sick, and really out this whole summer. And I really let myself kind of give into that. Now, part of that I had to, but I'm just not going to stop. And the thing is that it might take me a little longer than I first anticipated, but I will reach my goal. And I don't care if anybody wants to shake their head at me and say, oh, she's not going to do it or whatever. The holidays are coming up, and you're going to have a lot of people testing you and tempting you. You know why? At the root of it, they're testing you and tempting you because deep down inside, they wish they could be doing what you're doing. Whether they sound like it or not, they admire you for what you're doing. They probably want to see you succeed deep down to know that it can be done. But you know what? They don't have the guts to do it themselves. So keep persevering, and I'm going to highly recommend a book to you guys. Can you see that? It's The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson. I've recommended it before. But it's really, really a great book. And again, it's all about these dream stealers. I have it all the time. Whenever I go to a party or a family event or go out, my first thoughts are, I'd like to have a glass of wine. I'd like to drink. I miss drinking. I really do. But what's more important to me? Do I want to enjoy a glass of wine for 2 hours, or do I want to have fantastically fit, my personal best body looking better now than I did 20 years ago? Yeah, I kind of like that better. So, just keep that in mind. I remember when I was married and my husband, at the time, I would be working out. He was constantly telling me, you're going too heavy, you're going to get too bulky, blah, blah, blah. And all he did was bicep curls. Now, okay, I'm not being mean. He was smoking hot, okay? So I'm not trying to say he was a flabbergasted or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, he's down there, don't do this, don't do that. And I knew better. But guess what? I started listening to him because I'm like, well, I don't want him to think that my biceps are too strong. Dumb. Guess what? I'm doing this for me. I'm not trying to get in shape so that I can impress somebody on the outside. This is for me on the inside. I've already gotten, people in my family that are saying, why do you want to do that? Why does that appeal to you? You're obsessed. You're working too hard. And some of the same people are the ones that are just have some. You're so good all the time. Why don't you just have a cookie? Don't give in, because there's always something. I think I wrote that on one of my posts before. And somebody else had said that to me, so I can't take credit for it. But it's not just the holidays that we're coming into now. After the holidays, in January, well, there's not much in January, but you got Valentine's Day, that can be an excuse. My birthday is in April, that can be an excuse. Then you've got spring break, so that's an excuse. Then you've got, weddings coming up in June. You've got 4th of July, you've got Labor Day, Memorial Day, name it. There's always going to be a holiday. There's always going to be a company party. There's always going to be something. Get used to saying no, and just remind yourself what's more important. So for me, I got to tell you, getting a little bit or more psycho on this diet, it's made it, I think, a lot easier for me because it takes all the guesswork out. I've limited what I'm having, and I will tell you, when I went to Costco, I got out of there for the first time without spending over $100. That was nice because I'm not buying a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my oatmeal on Wednesday, but I'm also looking more forward to getting in a size smaller jeans. And sorry, that's my BlackBerry. He loves me. So anyway, that was it. I think that's all I wanted to say, was really just go out there, and you've got to, as much as we're working on feeding our bodies and fueling our bodies, seriously, I think half the equation is you've got to feed your mind. And you're doing that when you're reading blogs, when you're hanging out with other people online or in person or at the gym that have a like mindset, that have similar goals, because you're constantly getting encouragement and motivation. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have the encouragement and motivation. I mean, Sherry has had my back for, 10 years? Maybe 10 years. We've been emailing and texting each other all that time, encouraging each other. And we get better all the time. And all of you that I've met, that I've read your blogs, and now you're reading my blog, that community and that support is fantastic. But if I didn't have that, and I just spent my time alone, and I continued to focus on the things that bothered me, I'd probably, never leave the house. I'd never feel good enough to go meet Jay. I wouldn't do half the things I wanted to do because I would be focusing on the negative. When you focus on the negative, it's amazing. We all have a lot of crap going on. I have more stress going on right now, and more change and more upheaval in my professional life, in my family life, in everything. But at the same time, you gotta just change the channel. When things get bad, focus on the good, because again, I say it all the time, that which you cannot affect, you must accept. You're not in control of a lot of things, so getting stressed and worried about it, it's not worth your time, and it'll probably make you sick. So focus on what you can change, focus on what you can do, focus on what's right in front of you, and focus on being happy about it. Be happy, be grateful, because it's contagious, and it will help propel you towards your goals. I firmly believe it, because it's definitely helped me, and I think if I didn't have that, I would have given up a long time ago. But I'll be danged, like I said. I will be getting to, I almost said September 31st. Excuse me. December 31st. And who knows what I'll be doing, but I know that I'll be happy. I'm already happy now. I'm already happy. I'm just happy all the time. Well, a few times I'm not happy, but that's separate. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I have a to-do list that is longer than my desk to attack. I haven't had enough caffeine yet. It's early in the morning. You guys have a great day, and I will vlog later. And that's that. Sherry, come to Rockford. Oh, I said I wouldn't beg. Sorry.